Yeah, I mean, I know that in Chicago there aren't toilets, so I wondered what you guys were
Famously,
doing.
these buildings were built in the 20s. That was pre-toilet. Everybody knows the toilet was invented in
Right,
the
right,
30s.
right. Wasn't that book The Devil in the White City? Isn't that about a toilet salesman goes to Chicago to try to sell them toilets, and the people in Chicago are like, "We don't want
We don't
your
even know what
fucking
that is. They're
toilets.
like, get
You're the
away.
devil. Get out of our white city."
The devil really wasn't a he wasn't a devil. He was just a man peddling. He was a toilet peddler.
His name was Dave Evil. They shortened it to Devil.
Oh my god!
He was like, "Take your fucking toilets to Fort Wayne, Indiana. We don't want them here." I don't know.
And that's why everybody shit talks Indiana. So,
That was an
anyways,
interesting choice of words, shit talking, considering we were talking about Chicago being a city without toilets.
that was all the puns were intended.
So anyway, what are your favorite YouTube channels,
Okay,
Antonio?
so this is why I texted you. I'm gonna need you to rein me in because
All right.
YouTube has not only become, I mean, what I spend a lot of my time creatively doing, like making my vlogs and doing these podcasts and all of that. So I spent a lot of time on the back end of YouTube, but I have almost stopped watching TV. Like, so I scroll through YouTube like it's Twitter, and I've gotten to the point
Interesting.
where like my videos are not like, well, I don't know. I feel like YouTube videos have gotten longer, probably for those ad dollars.
Hmm.
Oh, I've totally forgot. Maybe one day we can get to ads on this. But
Well, if we start, I think we should pitch Verner's, which before the recording I called Michigan Percocet. Stomach flu, Verner's.
I was always a Canada.
Anxiety, Verner's.
Werner cures anxiety.
Any illness, period, Verner's. It's
I always
Michigan
had
Percocet.
I always had Canada Dry, not Verner's. Like I've had Verner's, but when I was little, my dad would bring home the Canada Dry in the little glass
The
bottles.
cocktail cans, right?
Though no, it was the glass bottles. And those glass bottles, I swear to God, were made of diamonds because I used to go out in the back and try and smash them against the wall.
And you couldn't.
Those bitches would bounce back, and I'm like sitting there dodging glass bottles. But anyways, um, so I'm on YouTube all the time, and I broke down. I went and checked, and I have like 80 channels that I'm subscribed to that I like, and I go through pretty pretty regularly to like weed out all of the channels that I don't watch. So
Okay, so you're sort of constantly curating and updating your feed.
I would say probably every 3 4 months I go through and I'm like, okay, do I really watch these videos? Do I not?
What give me and be vague, be in the abstract, but like what's an example of something that would get cut? What's an example of something that you would like keep subscribed to?
So I mean, so when I'm on set, don't I d- basically from the second I walk into the door at my apartment to the point I go to sleep, I'm watching YouTube videos. Like I need to
Hmm.
fill my brain. Um,
Mm.
so like we have this like phone mount thing that goes in the shower, so I watch YouTube videos while I shower.
Not the most embarrassing thing you could watch in the shower.
I mean, yeah, you could be caught doing worse. And I liked so my so the reason I would cut them is I guess if I'm not watching them anymore, since I follow so many channels and now my
Hmm.
algorithm is pretty set. Like I told you before, I almost don't search anything. That's why I kind of just scroll,
Right.
and basically every video that I would want to watch comes up. Because I watch a lot of, I mean, video game stuff. To bring it back to what we always talk about. So I'm constantly watching video game stuff. Um, Now with like Moon Knight out, I'm watching a lot of comic book stuff like episode
Hmm.
5, fucking
Unbelievable.
insane.
I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't know how often I see hippopotamuses to begin with, but
You'll
I'm
never
never
look at
gonna
them
look
the
at
same.
hippopotami the same again.
The hippopotami, the apple of my hippopotami. So, so what I've done since I watched so many YouTube videos, I've lumped them into categories, and I want you to pick the ones because I mean, obviously, we're going to talk about video games and superhero stuff, but I wanted you to pick like one or two more because I could fill like 5 hours talking about the YouTube videos. Okay, so the categories are superhero shit, video games, food, fun facts, theorists, yep, YouTubers, work, and comedy. So you can pick where we start.
I
Because
want theorists first,
theorists,
and
good.
we're doing. You're gonna talk about video games and comics. That's in it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We're okay. So I'm picking
Because
two more.
because I have a few channels that I think you would maybe
Mm,
not subscribe to, but like definitely basically I want to prime you because every person that I've been talking Marvel with, that I talk Marvel with in my life, I send them these videos.
love it.
So if you're on Moon Knight, I'm gonna send you some of
And
these.
you know what? And I was losing interest in Moon Knight. And I think I might have been losing interest in it because I like watch it in the middle of the night when I'm feeding Ben,
Yeah.
and it's really quiet, and I don't know how to turn the subtitles on Disney Plus.
Oh my
So I only hear about half the
god.
episode.
Fogey.
Anyway, I want theorists.
Okay.
I'm curious to hear about theorists.
Theorist for 300. So an old YouTube channel is Game Theory. I feel like you've had to hear of Game Theory.
Heard of the term game theory, not in the context of YouTube.
Okay. So, well, I have to check now because after saying Comedy Bang Bang was a niche podcast and going back and editing it, I felt
Bitched.
bullied.
Yeah, good. You should feel bullied. I'll give you. I listen. It's a good thing you live in Chicago because I'd give you a big fat swirly for not knowing that that was the most popular podcast. But there aren't toilets there.
Yeah. Famously. Well, no, now we have one. Now we have them
Well, you have one.
post 40s. Oh yeah, I guess that's fair.
But we're not revealing where you live anymore.
Yeah. Indiana. So, so
It's
there
a
I
city named after SpongeBob's cat. Meow.
I love SpongeBob. Um so, so this old YouTube channel, and I say old because I feel like I knew about them in like a middle school, maybe early high school, and it's called Game Theory, and it's this guy from Ohio. His name is Matt Pat. Actually, when I found out he was from Ohio, I was like, that makes a lot of sense. He's just like he's a goofy guy, and everybody I've met from Ohio is a goofy guy.
How many people do you know from Ohio?
I know you, my brother-in-law Andrew, and he's from Ohio. He's a goofy guy, and I think that's the extent of personal Canadians I know.
Personal Canadians.
As opposed to auxiliary Canadians.
Oh, okay. All right. I get it.
So, anyways, what he does is Matt Pat. You like to understand. You just have to watch him because he's very YouTubey, and he takes like what was one like how fast is Sonic? He'll take like these video games and these like concepts that we just like fully jump onto because they're video games, and he'll like break them down with real science, and it's so interesting. And
How fast is Sonic?
I I don't know, but from what I understand, Sonic is like could destroy this universe. Like
Isn't that sort of the plot of the movie?
I haven't seen this. Yes. I need to get
Just for viewers, this is an audio podcast that you can listen to.
True.
That's the flag of the state of Ohio.
As Tony's Zoom background. I need
It's
to.
not like some kind of weird, vaguely Nazi image. I mean, I'm not like doing some kind of weird flag waving scenario. It's just this is the flag.
If you flip yourself all the way upside down, your entire chest is cut off and it's just your head.
Should I do that?
Wait, do it again. Let me see.
Okay, hold on. There's the thumbnail.
I was gonna say thumbnail. Wait, is it? It's. That's the thumbnail. Beautiful. That's just what we needed for the audio portion of the podcast. So, anyways,
listeners back home are like, great.
Listener, that's strictly how Beans intakes this podcast.
He's oh, do we like? No, I don't want mirrored. I like it. Yeah, this is good. And he's like, whatever. I'm just saying, man. They did this on Call Me Daddy way better.
He's tweeting at the Barstool guys.
He's like,
these fucking
at
jokers.
Dave Portnoy, fuck you,
dude. I hate David Portnoy's one bite pizza review.
There are so many things to hate about that guy.
Yeah,
and I want to come out as saying this is the least offensive of a dissertation of offensive things this guy does. His pizza reviews are so fucking stupid.
I care very much about few things in this world, and pizza is one of them. And it pisses me off that people are like, oh, yeah, one bite review. You stupid motherfucker. You can't judge pizza on one bite. You fucking dumbasses. Oh, that makes me so mad.
So, you told me to rein it in. We didn't really get to say a lot about game theory, but we're talking about food.
So okay. So actually, that is a good segue, because as of recently, and by recently I mean early pandemic, maybe somewhere in the recent few years, MatPat has come out with another theory that's food theory. And then there's another one, film theory. So he has 3 channels. And I think there's like a streaming channel. So there's like 4. But whatever. We're going to talk about the 3. So game theory is for video games nerds.
Right.
And they answer like a lot of video game questions. Very interesting. 2.
What's like the most recent one that you really liked?
So me and Renee, I got Renee into the food theories. Cool. And I'm trying to think what was a really good one? There was one, it's like, how long could you survive if you were locked in a grocery store? Like, how long could you survive? And he like broke it down, like gave
just
you
based on like the food that's available.
Yes, and actually, that's a very good one. Very, very interesting. I think it's like multiple years, and it's fucking intense. Renee texts me. Tell him, that is exactly where I was going. She knew, and she's like following along. So I guess we have one listener today.
Yeah, well, this is our first live episode.
Hell yeah. So the best, and genuinely, I'm gonna send you this because I feel like I want to ruin your life. Actually, it won't ruin your life. I feel like it's something you maybe have thought about. So one of the videos that I got Renee to watch was talking about stack order of burgers. And so he went off of all of the different emojis, like the burger emojis. So he went off like the iPhone, Android, Facebook, whatever, like 10 different emojis. And he's like, wait, all of these emojis are in a different stack order. So he's like
in terms of like bun, lettuce, pickle, tomato,
condiments.
Patty.
And he broke it down to like, I think it was that. It was like burger, cheese, pickle, lettuce, tomato, ketchup, and mustard. Or maybe not mustard. I think it was mayo. But so like he kept those ingredients like constant. and then he put a different stack order, and he made like 7 burgers right in a row. And it's such a crazy interesting concept. And then he has his wife with him who like helps him run the channel. And this poor woman, he like makes her cook like all of these burgers, and then as soon as they're done, he like swoops in and takes the first bite. It's so funny. It's fucking like it's an insane video to watch. But so like I got Renee interested because the premise is so interesting. And
Right.
now moving forward, every sandwich I have, I like will deconstruct it a bit and restack it, and it genuinely changes the taste, and it's fucking insane.
So
And
he like tries to decide which emoji is the best burger.
yeah, and I think it was the Krabby Patty. Um,
I believe that.
and I don't was the Krabby Patty or which one? I don't know. But like so he
I'll
made
watch
like
it. That sounds funny.
it's crazy interesting because then every time me and Renee made burgers moving forward, we're like, oh wait, we haven't tried this stack order, and it really does change the taste. It's fucking
Sure.
crazy, and so I want to know your take on it. Have you ever thought of that before or no? Do you
I
have
mean,
do you have a go to stack?
yeah, I do. And it's less, I mean, I don't know. I have a more interesting answer if we're talking about deli sandwiches than burgers, I think. But for burgers, you know, bottom bun, patty, and if you're having multiple patties, it's just patty on patty, nothing in
Oh,
between. So if you're having
nothing.
like a triple hamburger, it's one, two, three. Okay.
Interesting.
Then if you're having like, pickle or onion or tomato, that's gonna go on top of the top patty.
Yes. Okay, I'm with you.
Then and you don't have to have all of them. I'm just about always gonna put pickles on a burger, but sometimes tomato, sometimes onion.
But so you're saying bottom bun, patty, and then all of your toppings?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Then on top
Interesting.
of the toppings, condiments.
Hmm.
And for me, with almost no variation, it's either ketchup and mustard or nothing. No mayo.
I
I
think
don't
mayo on
really.
burgers is fucking weird, but if you put it on the burger and then toast it, I think that's acceptable.
Okay, that's fair. But I think depending on the quality of the burger and how many toppings you have, you don't necessarily need mustard and ketchup. But like for a standard burger, I'm gonna want to put mustard and ketchup on it, and then on top of the condiments, the lettuce.
Oh,
And the
okay. So
lettuce
so it's not what you said. See, that's interesting to me. Okay, I'm with you.
and the lettuce acts like a shield so that you don't get fucking ketchup and mustard all over the bun and all over your hands. It like holds it in place.
Very interesting. So I'm almost in total agreement with you, except what I do is I'll put the pickles underneath the patty. So it hits your tongue
Interesting.
first and it's a different flavor
I'd believe
profile.
it. I'd believe it though. I think though, I mean, I'll try it just for the sake of the flavor experience, but like, I don't know. I get the kind of pick, we get those like Clausen pickles and
Oh, I heard those are really good. Renee
they
makes our
rule.
pickles.
God tier pickles. But the thing is, like,
This girl's fucking laying in bed, sick as a dog, and I said pickles, and she shot up and looked at me and yelled, "Pickles! Pickles cure
um,
everything."
but like you can't put the pickle directly on the bottom bun.
Because it'll get it soggy.
Yeah, exactly, because it'll get it soggy. And I listen, I've had a lot of bad burgers for a lot of different reasons. You could put dog shit on a burger, and I would at least try it if the bun was structurally secure.
Disgusting.
So the point I'm trying to make here is that dog shit is less offensive to me than a just
than
a
a soggy
spoiled,
bun.
soggy, wet ass hamburger bun.
See, so that's interesting to me. Then you would go bottom bun straight to patty because I feel like
Yeah.
that would get soggy quicker.
No, no, dude. The patty, that's the basement.
I get that.
That's the foundation.
I get that.
Well, what kind of soggy ass burger patty are you eating?
Yo, I'm eating a fresh burger that's dripping in grease.
Are you?
I mean, maybe I'm eating my burgers wrong.
Maybe.
But so okay.
Maybe.
So to rein it in a little bit, because we're already at 29 minutes, and I've
Jeez.
only hit one of my
No, we
times.
started recording late. We maybe 25 minutes.
Oh wow, we hit 25 as you finished that. That was on the dot, on the money. So
Not my first pod.
so yes. So the theorist Matt Pat and his team, he has 3 great channels. Oh, like just to give you a taste of like what the film theory of what the film theory like channel is full of. Like there's one episode where he's like, could Jack and Rose both have fit on the door?
Love that.
And so it's a lot of like stupid questions like that, but they're so, I don't even want to say stupid in like a disrespectful way. It's like crazy questions that you're like,
Right.
yes.
But like the level of like critical thinking about it is stupid.
It's insane. Like,
Because I think I went through this weird phase last fall where I was obsessed with the Titanic. And I think I saw the Jack and Rose door video. Because doesn't he like use math and like body weight to calculate like if
that
we
sounds
spread
like him.
the mass?
It sounds like, I don't think I've seen it, but one of the videos that I got Renee hooked on, she was like, his reasoning and like methods are so fucking solid. That's what got her to stick around. Not the like goofy premise or like the answers, and like it's very memey too. Like he says like weird YouTubey meme stuff. You're like, this guy obviously is on Reddit all the time, and it comes through. But they're so funny. I love them. You definitely can't.
I'm totally gonna check those out. That sounds.
Just be warned, you can't watch a lot in one sitting because it is a lot.
How long are they average?
They're pretty long. They're like 15, 20 minutes sometimes.
That's great. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
See, that's why you're my guy. Because
here's like a thing that I discovered. I did a deep dive on
running
Disney
out of
Junior
time
today.
Wait, meeting will end in 10 minutes. Fuck, they're really gonna they got me today. Give me
Today
a sec.
they got you. Well, I'll talk about my deep dive on Disney Junior another time. What's next?
Oh. Okay. Unless you wanna let it lapse and run again.
Remember what I was saying earlier?
Oh my god, it does.
You see that shit?
Dude, that looks like a little bite.
This is one of my favorite hats.
Did you get it in Oakland?
No, you know what? Rachel got it for me for my birthday in fall 2017. It was my first birthday where we lived together.
Aw.
And she got me a Chemex coffee maker and this hat.
Aw.
And she gave it to me at like 6:03 a.m. that day because she was getting ready to go to work. And she worked at OU at the time, and we lived in Southfield, so that's a bit of a hike. And her rationale was, you're gonna want to like use your coffee maker the day you get it as a birthday present, so I'll wake you up early instead of letting you sleep until 11 a.m. like the piece of shit you are. And she was right.
And that is a good gift. Is it still with you? Do you still have your Chemex?
Yeah, yeah. I haven't used it in a while. Because Ben's schedule is not really compatible with like making a Chemex pot, which sucks because you can make like 3 cups in one bang with that thing.
The Chemex is the like the glass. It looks like a flower
with
vase
the little bamboo shit in the middle.
Yeah. It looks like a flower vase.
I love it. It's my favorite way to make coffee at home. I'm like a slave to the Keurig. It's just so easy.
Pod life.
Living that pod life.
You throw a pot in,
K-cup.
you throw in a K-cup, and Ben throws on Barstool. That's a 2-pod morning.
No, no, I'm like pressing the K cup and he's pressing play on like the Ben Shapiro podcast.
He's listening to InfoWars. I'm so sorry. Ben, if you ever, Ben, when you're older and you go back and just search your name and this comes up, I'm so sorry we used you as a joke.
They'll say the only thing that's a joke is the liberal media. Sorry, Ben.
It's all right. Ben, thank you. So yeah, Matt Pat, the theorist, very good. Let me so we have 7 minutes left. Let me at least tell you my video games and my comic channels that I think you would enjoy.
Sure.
So the comics, Screen Crush and Heavy Spoilers are two that break down every episode. Ryan Airy from Screen Crush he always looks sweaty, but he does a damn good job of his research.
He's talking about comic books. That checks out.
Yeah, and he always looks wet, but love Ryan Airy. He's great. Always love. I feel like I always have to watch a Marvel piece of property, and then first thing I do is watch Ryan Airy. So shout out to him. He kills it. And then Heavy Spoilers is a British dude. His name is Paul. He is very memey, but he's great. Video games. So my favorite video game channel to watch is Outside Xbox, and they're a bunch of British people, and their jokes are so flat, and they make puns, and I love all of them. They're all very like, their voice doesn't get very animated, so it's just very calming to listen to, and they make a lot of list videos. So, love me some lists.
I like a list video.
I'll say. Oh, so then my other comic one that I listen to or watch is Top 10 Nerd, and those are strictly list videos. They're great.
Like, give me an example.
Like top 10. What was one I just watched? Like top 10 Spider-Man variants, and it'll like
love it,
and it's like very quick. It'll tell you a story that they're in, show you a little overview. It's very cool. It's been scratching my comic book itch.
Sure.
Since I've been buying new books and not reading them.
What's that one?
This is House of M. I think it's what the new Doctor Strange movie is going to be. It could go the direction, so I don't know. But yeah, I have so many more that I could talk about. So I've done my homework for like the next 10 episodes if we ever roll this again.
That was impressive.
Oh shit, we have to roll. Do you have a dice? Fuck. I have
grab one.
I have one.
Okay.
But it's in my bag. So give me a second.
All right. I'll use this opportunity to plug the Twitter feed. Holler at us on Twitter at Show and Tell Pod 2. That's all one word, all lowercase. Show and Tell Pod 2. If you know the guys that have Show and Tell Pod and Show and Tell Pod 1, report them. Email Elon and say that they were being critical of Tesla, and then they'll get banned.
Shit, with Elon having Twitter now, maybe it's just going to be the Wild West, and everybody can put
everybody can be Show and Tell Pod.
All right, I have found the D20.
Let's go, dude.
Let's see what should we got. What should we got? We got a 5 to the list.
God, I hope it's hats.
Oh my God. It's video games.
Roll it again. We're not fucking doing video games again. It's bullshit.
So I was thinking what we should have done.
I did get Elden Ring and could talk for 5 hours about it. You
motherfucker. How is it? Is it great?
It is not fun, but I'm enjoying it because my brother is like, Elden Ring is like his Twister.
Yeah.
So
you mean the Dark Souls games? Because Elden Ring just came out.
He's only really played a few of them, but we did it so that he could come like join my game when I first started. Ooh. So Elden Ring is an entirely single player game that I'm gonna play cooperatively with my brother.
Oh, I
so
love
it's like
that.
I don't know if you like those games. I think it's probably great.
See,
I hate those kind of games, so
see, now
I'm
I'm gonna
having
wait
this.
until you're at the point where you're your brother's level, then I'll buy it, and you can, and then I can play co-op that game.
I promise you, that'll never happen. But I'll get higher. I'll level some.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I still need to finish Forbidden West.
Dude, I haven't played it since you got it.
Literally, literally same. 14 beverages.
Huh?
That's a nifty little one.
We haven't done that one yet.
What we should have done, I'm realizing, since we have so many backup, if we rolled it, we should have taken it out of the list and put a different one in case something like that happened. But who cares?
Well, I
Beverages.
mean, I think as long as we have no repeats each season,
Yes.
or maybe no repeats until we've gone through the whole 20 and then we could start over.
Yeah. That's what I don't know. We can figure that out on the way. But
Beverages.
beverages.
I'm really glad you rolled that because I have oh man, this is so rad. Pepsi just came out with a new Pepsi and I have it.
Is it
And
the nitro?
yeah. And I was gonna drink it. Like my whole plan for today was to drink it, but then I was sick, so I'm gonna save it, and we're gonna talk about Pepsi Nitro on the next episode.
Okay. You enjoy it. I've already tasted it.
Oh no, is it booty?
I don't want to influence your opinion. So
Well, obviously you don't like it, or you would not be being a little weird bitch about it.
yeah, it tastes fucking weird. But I heard the vanilla one is really good, so I need to
Interesting.
actually try the vanilla one before I judge it, but the regular one
Yeah.
it tasted like I don't know what toilet water tastes
What did
like,
it taste
but
like?
it tastes probably like toilet water.
Yeah, you wouldn't know because you're in a city with no toilets.
What a weird
I want
episode.
next season we're gonna do a special episode where we make insane false claims about places where you and I have lived, and like Ohio is a
Wait
state
until we
that,
get people to fact check them.
yeah, Ohio is a state that has never once experienced rain. What? All right, well, this is Show and Tell with Tone and Tone. I've been Tone.
And I've been Tone. We are about to beat out Zoom. Peace. Wait.
Ah. We're about to beat off Zoom. Gross.